What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This reading is specifically going to be for the Pisces. However, if you wish to stay for the reading and see what else I have to say regarding, any life lessons and things like that, you're welcome to stay, right? We're going to start with the ancestral deck. This is going to be for this reading for today. We're going to be doing the ancestral deck. I got some cards here, kind of like oracles, right? Gives some informative messages, and we're just going to kind of see what specifically messages come for the collective of the Pisces family, right? Let's see what we got here. Okay, here we go, guys. Pisces. Spirit, help me. Give them messages for the Pisces. What messages does the Pisces family need to know today? Alright, the first one we have for you guys is a snake that is climbing a raffia tree, right? So it states, because of its thorns, the raffia tree is a dangerous challenge to the snake. Their ability to climb the tree is a model of persistence and pursuance, right? So this could be regarding any situation you might be going through right now, right? There's any hardships. Hold on, you guys. There you go. So any hardship that you're possibly going through right now, right? It seems like you have this ability to always evolve during those hardships, right? You're always moving forward. You're always, so in life, that's how it is. In life, you're going to have these hardships. It's up to us to decide, are we going to continue and grow throughout these hardships? Because when you make it out of those situations, you become a strong individual. Not only physically and emotionally, but mentally, more importantly, right? So ensure that if you guys are going through something really great, like really bad right now, this is all a process, and it's going to determine if you're, if you consider this. But judging from this sign, Pisces family specifically, whoever's watching this, I feel like you guys are definitely somebody that's able to work through those trials and tribulations of your life, right? What else we got, Spirit? We have King of Adenkra symbols. Excuse me if my pronunciation is off. Right, the symbol represents leadership and charisma. Right, so somebody out there that's watching this video, right, is I want to say enhancing their abilities to be a leader. Right, this could be through work life. This could be through friendships. It could be relationships. You lead the way. You know what I mean? You develop kind of routines maybe in your day that help you lead the way. You might give people advice on a day-to-day basis. You might see somebody to bust up and want to talk to them or want to bring up their spirit. That's what leaders do. Leaders we build up, and I say we because I believe I'm a leader as well, right? So collective, right? Everybody can be a leader. Even the people that's following the leader can also be a leader for somebody else. You know what I mean? It's all about sharing that charisma, sharing that character, that personality with each other so that we can all build up, right? So I feel like you guys are probably somebody that goes out and, represent yourself as a leader. You might share different situations with somebody. You might communicate with somebody at the bus stop or something and, enlighten new people, give them new ideas and things like that, right? So I definitely feel like that with you guys are leadership. So you guys are definitely Maybe you guys are having trouble with leadership, right? You guys might have had situations where you felt it hard to lead, right? That might be where the first card came out regarding the free tree. So you might have felt it hard to lead or dangerous to lead somebody, right? But you're probably figuring it out. We have extension of the heart, symbolism, understanding, agreement, trust, and partnership, right? So having that understanding and agreement. Especially when it comes on to being a leader, for you guys, especially that's been known to be a leader, you're gonna realize that you have to be understanding of other people's situations as well. Like the best kings and the best queens, they actually have this personality with a lot of people. Like you guys ever had like a manager or like a boss or whatever, somebody that was a leader or that was deemed to be a leader. And you have to follow in their tracks and things like that. And, a particular one in your life or a teacher or whomever, right? Somebody that was deemed as a leader in your life, and they actually cared to actually genuinely know how you guys felt and things like that. You're a lot more openly to follow their lead when they understand you and are willing to work with you and not you work for them, So I feel like that's one of the biggest things. You guys having that understanding of other people's feelings and not only yours, right? You're agreeing with things, or you come to agreement when agreement needs to be met. A lot of some leaders that are deemed as leaders that are not really leaders, what they do is they let you voice your opinion, but then they shut your opinion on if it's not valid to their opinion. If their opinion isn't correct, then it's not that. And that's not how leadership works, right? When we become as leaders, we have to, right our wrongs just as we expect others to. So if somebody comes to me and they have a valid response, regardless if I agree on it or not, I have to learn to agree on it, because we have to come to some sort of agreement at some point, right? Also trust, right, and partnerships. So you guys are possibly building these things, right? Trust in relationships and partnerships, right? The trust comes from, us just being true from day one, from the get-go, and moving forward. That's where the trust really builds from. Trust is built, right? Just like love. Love is not something that happens overnight. Somebody that, met somebody 10 years ago. I'm not saying that the longer you're with somebody technically means that somebody loves you more. It doesn't really work like that, but it's the actions that they show you and things like that. But it's just more likely chances of love being built up versus it's just somebody just loves you off the rip. So I just want to give you guys that. Just like trust, right? If you leave something with somebody, or you ask them to do something for you and they do it the first time, and it's just something small like, hey, can you make sure you close your door on the way you're going out, right? And then moving forward, it goes up to, hey, can you take my car to the dealership? Hey, can you watch my house for the, you know what I'm saying? You see how it like levels up to the trust level? So that's kind of what it is. And that all stands from being a leader. Like, we gotta have trust in our people that we're leading. We also gotta trust ourselves, right? And people, we have to wish for people to trust in us, right? Like for me, I don't want you guys to, you guys are all leaders. We all should be, leading somebody, right? And we all should be, I'm not saying you can't be a follower either, because sometimes I might learn something from other people as well, So in a sense, yes. Well, I don't want to say we're followers, but we all wish to, sure lead somebody in the right direction. I wouldn't classify you as a follower, but you learn from other people, right? Again, with me, I've noticed that, look, I'm trying to think what I was going to say. Oh, man. It slipped my tongue. My bad, you guys. Oh, okay, yeah, with this YouTube channel, right? Trust. If I'm on her talking, nonsense or whatever, then I expect you guys to call it out, right? You know what I mean? And I expect you guys to trust me, or, I expect you guys to I expect you guys to see that I'm here, trying to just, shine light on the things that need to be shined light on. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's just me personally, And in order for me to build that trust with the audience, with you guys, I have to put out messages that are not certain messages. I won't say like I'm cherry picking, but I have to kind of come to you guys and with reason. Like, I can't be living my life crazy and come to you guys and try to coach you guys. You know what I mean? That doesn't work that way. You gotta be a testimonial for yourself. I have to have my own testimonials, which means I have to have, evidence, right? If I come on her and I just sound like I'm slurring my words, or I just sound like I'm not, accurate, or, I'm not, like, for an example, no disrespect to nobody can't read, but if I can't read card, how can I tell you guys what it is? So just as little things that I feel like really builds up that trust. Like in businesses, everything you do, you always want to build up that trust. But with the leadership thing, I definitely feel that. Right, we have good farmer, a symbol of diligence and hard work. Right, so you guys might be in this position where you're realizing hard work pays off. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you have to work extremely hard to get things that you request, but if you put the work in, you know that you could just, like me, okay, for an example, and I know I always do a lot of comparison, or a lot of me putting my personal situation in there, only because, I just feel like that's an example that I could really speak on just myself, right? So when I train, right, if I'm training, I don't necessarily do it for, to look good or whatever. I just do it, for a mental state, to, to keep me on track. But if I'm training to, let's say I was training to get, a good, decent body or whatever, right? I find it easier to just do a routine workout. That way I know for a fact I'm getting enough push-ups in, enough sit-ups in, and I know I'm burning a lot more calories than I'm intaking or something like that. I don't know the science behind it, but something like that, right? It's just, I'm doing it to a point where it makes sense, right? I'm not overkill and I'm not underdoing it, right? I'm doing it to a point where I feel like, okay, I've you know what I'm saying? I've sweated enough. I did this or whatever. This routine is not one push-up, but it maybe is 200, 300 push-ups, whatever the case is. The point is, it's not just like 1 or 2 push-ups where, okay, that's bare minimum. And then it's not like, you know, 1,000, 3,000 where I'm just burning out for the whole week. You know, it's something that you could do every day and not have to really, you know, hype yourself up too much. So it's just, it's right in the middle. And I've realized that if you do the necessary work, you don't necessarily have to worry about if it's succeeding, or, you know what I mean? You can just work, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a job, right? You go in, you clock in, and you get paid, right? It's the same way with your personal life. Once you guys know that, boom, I did the dishes, I took out the trash, I did all of these things, now I don't have to worry about it, because I don't like worrying, you know, that's me personally. I don't like worrying about things, so I just kind of just focus, do my jobs, do what I'm supposed to do, and then go have fun or do whatever else, right? So I just kind of prep myself for the day. But this could be for you guys, right? This could be, you guys could be like that. You guys could be understanding that it's better to just work, you know what I'm saying? Put that work in, and then, you know, have fun or enjoy life. Enjoy life within the process of everything you're doing, right? That's going to finish up the reading for the Pisces. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Let me know if I ramble too much. You know, I just try to just, you know, give you guys the character that I am. But yeah, don't want to hold you guys too long. Really appreciate it. It's going on 11 minutes, and I appreciate every single second you spent watching this video, right? Really do from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. My name is Micah, if you haven't done already. And this was the Pisces reading. But if you're not a Pisces and you just want to stay to hear what I have to say, then hey, you know, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys on the next spiritual video.